Totally kick-ass dude. Next up, we have Jason Savage, former 21 Convention speaker from 2009 in Orlando. He's now a couple thousand miles away in Stockholm, Sweden. Jason Savage has been a romance artist and seduction specialist for over a decade. He has taught the process of seduction all across North America. For the past 3 years, he has called Austin, Texas home, but now he's given up all his material possessions to create the Association for Applied and Therepeutic Seduction and his new travel series, Lovers Without Borders. Got it. I was like, what? Long story short, this guy's a total badass. One of my favorite guys from last year. I really appreciate you coming, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
Kick some ass, man.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I can't even fucking believe I'm here. This is insane. To be in one of the most beautiful countries in the world, surrounded by beautiful people. And I can't even express the appreciation I have to be able to stand here and share with you my passion and the appreciation and gratitude I have for Anthony for putting this together, and the respect and appreciation I have for you guys for attending, for coming together. It's just an honor. It's a blessing. I'm very flattered to be here. The title of this speech, it's going to kind of seem like it's all over the place. The title of this speech is Seduction is a Gift. And I'm going to talk a lot about seduction. I'm going to talk a lot about escalation. I'm going to talk a lot about how seduction differs from the process of pickup. And I'm going to talk about exactly how each of these things are gifts and how we share these gifts. But another word that resonates with me, another word that's come into my life recently that you never associate with the pickup community or the seduction community or any of the stuff that we do in the social realm, the sexual realm, or the seductive realm, is the word ordination. Ordination, like to be ordained. It's a weird word because we associate this with like clergy, with like religion. But if you look at like the classic symbolic historic root of this word, it really means to be respected, to be appreciated, to be recognized for gift. And each of us, we have these qualities, we have these characteristics, we have aspects of our personality that we should be recognized for, that we deserve attention for. You know, maybe you're known for being a hard worker or having a sense of humor, always making someone laugh, having wisdom, having insight, always being optimistic, always being loyal or someone you can count on. And for me, like this has been a deep kind of realization within just the past couple months that like this is my calling. This is like my path, my pursuit, my passion, my purpose is to teach seduction, to teach surrender, teach aspects of sexuality, to share that directly with women, and to give men the skills and teach them these processes so that they can share this with women too as a gift. So that's my whole thing with ordination, is like I feel this as a calling. And I've always kept this underground. Like I didn't really want to do an intro with like background and stuff. But there's like Neil's book, it's like The Underground Secret Society, which was so mainstream, it's ridiculous. But there's like the true subterranean stuff. Like for me, I've been doing this a decade, even the teaching aspect of it. And it's always been word of mouth, I don't have a product, I don't have a mailing list. I have a blog, and it's gonsavage.com. Also, while I'm in town, I've got a European phone, and I think I've been told that if you're dialing from Sweden, you don't put this, but you do have to put the 0 by the 7. But if you're dialing internationally, you put this, but leave out that 0. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to be here at least a month, maybe longer, and then after that, I'm traveling through other parts of Europe. And me and Jonathan, we're putting together this idea, Seduction Without Borders, Lovers Without Borders. And we're taking this idea of seduction being a gift, kind of like the greatest gift in the world, right? We're taking this internationally. So yeah, I just want to talk for a minute about why seduction is a gift, how it's a gift, and then we're going to get into the process of. Well, I want to do like a quick meditation, like an exercise with you guys as well. And I got some slides for you, and then these two concepts that are really unique to me and kind of like the core essence of what I present. They're two different speeches that I put together like for the first time. One is going to be the introduction of the Savage Triangle, and the other is what I call the Seduction Trump Cards. So it's going to take you through the theory, more into practice, and hopefully we're all going to arrive at the same conclusion. But man, I was just making a list of like my favorite concepts and the different ways seduction is a gift, the different way we share gifts with each other. And if you think about it, like a good working definition of seduction, and a little bit later I'm really going to contrast this with pickup, but it's kind of like the process of making a moment more intense. It's kind of like enticing someone into doing what they secretly want to do already. It's lowering defenses, it's awakening the senses, it's igniting her body, it's allowing her to surrender into herself, to surrender into her femininity, to surrender to masculinity. It's a process of awakening, enlivening, enhancing, and enriching a person's life. And it's a gift. I just kind of made this list. Like the gift I give, like my intention, my promise is to give adventure and excitement, passion, romance through intensity, intrigue, intimacy, humility, humor, my presence, my perspective. All these things are unique gifts. Authenticity, generosity, giving, sharing, being selfless, non-judgmental acceptance, appreciation, attention, affection, passion, lust, arousal, surprise, as well as anticipation, fascination, being bold, being direct, being thrilling. At last, something exciting has come into her life. At last, a brush with danger, passion, and romance. But it goes further. It's everything, having audacity, having enthusiasm, being a lover of women, being a lover of sex, being a lover of the process of seduction, providing release, relief, relaxation, abandon, surrender, foreplay, suspense, tension, satisfaction. So I see myself, I'm kind of in the business of making fantasies come true. And it's kind of it's an enlightened self-interest. It's kind of a refined selfishness. But seduction is pure pleasure. And it's the pleasure that you're giving as a gift, and it's the pleasure you're receiving having given that gift. And a quick distinction that I always make, when you give someone a gift, it should never diminish the intention. Let me put it this way. When you give someone a gift and they refuse to accept it, you should not feel rejected. It should diminish your intention for having wanted to give that. So it's the idea of giving selflessly, giving with no expectation of return. And if you have the expectation of return, it's not really a gift. It's a bribe. And, well, Zebra shared a story about, what's it called? Spy Bar. I was there last night. And I had a story that completely relates to this. I'll tell it real quick. I met these two girls on the street, and we're really vibing and connecting, and they wanted to get me into Spy Bar. and they had a connection there, and they did, and this is like the real trendy place around town. And so you get in, like you're selected to get in. There's all this gatekeeping, like, okay, you're in. But then you still have to pay a cover. And one of the two girls was like, so I'm getting you? She kind of said, like a little bit smartass. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I appreciate it. Thank you. Right? So she paid for me to get in. And then we go upstairs, and they're like talking to some friends or something. So I start talking to these other girls. And like we're really getting along, me and this new girl. And the original girl from one of the two that paid to get me in comes up, and she's like, she takes the other girl and starts speaking in Swedish. And like the other girl exits because she said something about me that was really fierce or whatever. But then she's like looking at me, and she's like, you owe me 100 crown, right? You owe me 100 crown. She's being forceful. She like pushed me a little bit. I'm trying to be all sweet and like, no, that's a gift. That was awesome. I truly appreciate it. And she's like, no, you owe me 100 crown. Look, buy me 2 drinks. Buy me 2 drinks. And I told her the same thing. I'm like, look, there was no expectation in that moment. I'm like, if you're expecting something in return, that wasn't a gift. That was a bribe. And she kind of loosened up, like fell more into her femininity. But it's just kind of an example. Rah!
Did you sleep with any of them?
Right. So there's this other idea, right? I want to do this meditation, and it's just a quick exercise. Like, if you guys would just follow along, like, make sure your feet are kind of planted on the ground. You're relaxed into your chair. Go ahead and close your eyes and relax. And imagine like what you perceive to be your biggest sticking point concerning game and meeting women. And go even deeper. Allow yourself to remember a time where this sticking point or this limiting belief manifested in field, in real life. So just take a moment and allow yourself to connect with that experience. See if you can pull back some of the feeling, some of the emotion. Perhaps there was a particularly intense sense of rejection, or maybe it was just hesitation, humiliation, some kind of frustration, anger, worry, doubt. Feel into that experience. Kind of remember what it was like, how you felt, what she said, where you felt it in your body. Just get deeper and deeper into that memory and into those sensations. Allow them to build and increase and intensify. And having retained and recaptured the memory of this experience, what I want us to do, I want us all to just laugh at it.